Howdy chaps, we're back for part 3. As you can tell, we've got a few things out. I went and bought the rattle gun and a 1-inch socket that was deep with 6 sides, so I could actually undo the radius rod nut. However, it did not come willingly and has screwed the thread on the end of it, which is not exciting. The nut is absolutely got no thread in it. Whether or not, because I had to get under there with the big breaker bar and just keep reefing it until it was, I just could not get it to come off. And I have fears that the other one will be very similar. No matter what I tried, I could not get it to undo. Even used some heat. But it eventually came up after much struggling. So I have a distinct feeling I'm probably going to have to buy a new radius rod, and it looks like you can't buy these new. So I don't exactly know how the hell I'm going to get some. I guess I'll just have to go to the Wreckers and get some second-hand ones that aren't screwed. I mean, where the nut actually does up is about here-ish on the thread, so technically I could probably run a helicoil through that and fix that up so the nut can get here and then just tighten up through here. And that's what I'll do if I get stuck. Obviously I have to get a new nut for the thread. But yeah, it's slightly annoying. And, ooh, yes, stuffed. I don't think that ball joint's screwed though. That one's been, looks like it's okay, but I'm still going to replace it because it's fairly new. Well, I got new ones, should I say. Appear to have wiped grease and shit all over the car. Anyway, there's not much left under here. I'll probably buy a new brake line for there. For safety's sake, all I gotta do is just drop the steering, undo that split pin if it willingly comes out, and undo the sway bar, which I'll do next, from this side anyway. And then this side's pretty well done. Yeah, so I went to the Bunnings of all things. I just bought a $189 rattle gun skin because I have batteries, and actually it's pretty good. And then a $15 6-sided socket to try and not screw up the nut, which it didn't actually screw the nut, but the thread decided it didn't want to be. It didn't want to play the game, as they say. So you win some, lose some, get screwed by some. But well, lessons learned. Next time I'll pay someone else to do this. Nah, I'll do it myself. I prefer to. It's more fun that way. But yeah, we'll keep cracking on and see if we can get the other side all apart. So here we go. This side completely stripped. I undid the brake line, took the thing off. I'll probably get a new one. I'm going to drop the steering box, but I left one in so I can undo the 2 nuts on the actual column to the box. I'm having a suspicion I might have dropped the starter motor to get the box out the hole, which might suck. So this side's all stripped, ready for a clean up, aside from the bump stop. I hate screwing up on camera, but it just proves that I'm human. So I'm thinking if I get stuck and can't locate another one, because it doesn't look like you'll buy them new, the nut did up about here, so I reckon I can helicoil that one. Obviously I have to buy a new nut because it's screwed, but let's hope the other one comes out a bit more willingly, because here's the nut here. So I went to the effort to get a socket that would fit it perfectly, and it didn't care. It was like, nah, we've been on here for 46 years and we're not coming off. So that's a bit of a bugger, but well, stuff happens. Let's hope the other one comes off a bit more willingly. So here we are. Let's try again. The lighting is a bit terrible on this side, but you know, win some, lose some, win some, lose some. You know, I don't really want to be doing sponsored spots, but I mean, I must admit, this Ryobi impact driver, holy crap, it's got some cojones. That hasn't had any issues on doing anything yet. Wowzers in my trousers. Pretty impressed, actually. Why did I not have one earlier? For the money, holy crap. Everything just blah off. You're like, oh, well, that happened. You know, I'm not sponsored by them to say they're amazing, but god damn, they're not bad. So, with a bit of persuasion of a decent-sized hammer, the stub axe, I'm guessing, is out. So far, this side's coming apart quite nicely. However, I haven't got the radius right, and I have a suspicion it's going to be pretty similar to the other. Next thing I'm going to do is, if I had my tripod here, which I don't, I left it at the workshop, I'd time-lapse me heating the spring up to the point where it loses its tension and actually gets shorter, and then I can just cut it out, and then just undo the nuts and the top falls off, like I did to the other side. But I'll just have to show you the aftermath, so stay tuned. And there we have it, kids. One spring heated, lost its tension, and then once it got to a point where I could just blast through it a little bit, it just started folding, and I just tapped it out with a hammer. And no instant death from a spring compressor, although I will need it when I put it back in. But that's one way to do it if you haven't got one, but you have access to an oxy torch. And you also don't care about the springs when they come out, because you won't be reusing those. But things you learn. See, when you heat it up for some reason, the other side starts compressing. I'm not sure how spring tension works, but who cares, they're out now. So, once again, colossal amounts of dirt. I will be cleaning that up, as you well know, before I go putting it back together. I'm making it faster by making it lighter. It's bloody insane, really. It's interesting that all these brackets were once upon a time like gold anodized or whatever it was, or copper, zinc plated or whatever it is. That's where your details are if you're doing one of these. You put a new brake line, you do a, I guess that's part of actually that, so if you actually got a new hose, which I'm going to do, that'll look brand new. But yeah, it's all in the details. So yeah, all we got now is bend back the D-shackle on the sway bar, so I can actually undo it, drop out this half of the steering, and attempt to undo the radius rod nut on this side, on the off chance it actually undoes. Let's see if we can break that one. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're done. She's stripped. Da 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 da. Yep, she is knackered in the suspension. The hover conversion is well underway. I didn't wreck the radius rod on this side this time. So I'm thinking I'll just helicoil the end of this, get a new nut, and I think we'll all be good. And put it back in because it. So passenger one, perfect. Yeah, look at the lower control arm bushings in that one. Definitely. I'm hoping it's going to stand up a bit straighter when it's done. Sway bar's out. Look at the bushings on it. So, yeah, they were in good condition. Fat chance. Yeah, so pretty much done. Wheel bearing on this side wasn't fantastic. They're the seats that are going to go in the car eventually, that I scored off a good friend and a fellow viewer. So I think all I've got left is, I don't know if I'll do it today, I might do it tomorrow, but yeah, just got to drop the steering box out, and that's it. So I'm going to wrap it up here for this video. Hope you liked my weekend of struggling. Now I've just got a massive clean up and reconditioning of parts. So I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned probably for next weekend when we go put it all back together and get it back down the ground, fingers crossed. And here's hoping for some better weather, because that is terrible. So thank you.